So my name's Kristen and I am a PhD student in the Department of Music at the University of Nottingham, and I've been asked to record my 8 tracks for Desert Island Discs, not by the BBC unfortunately, but maybe one day. So yeah, let's get cracking. So my first song piece is Cuckoo by Benjamin Britten, which I first heard on Moonrise Kingdom, the film. And yeah, it's just a really beautiful song, and it's about the sort of forever changing nature of life and time for me. And I think on my desert island it will probably help me in putting to the back of my mind what's going on in the world and just being happy in my own sort of presence, I suppose. My second song is Oasis, Half the World Away. Firstly, it reminds me of my family, because our family are originally from Manchester up north, although I was brought up a southerner. And also it's the theme tune to The Royal Family, which is a great show, and I was brought up on those kind of northern working class shows, so it reminds me of that. Third song is Roger Sanchez, Another Chance. This just reminds me, it's got sort of blurred memories of when I was a child, in the early sort of 2000s. It always gives me a really warm feeling, sort of inside, but also on my skin. It just makes me think of like the summer, and those sort of really warm evenings where you're having a barbecue, you've got music on, and yeah, it just sort of encapsulates the Euro pop house feel that I really like. I always put these kind of tunes on at do's and at house parties and that, and also I love the music video, so check that out. Fourth song, Kate Bush. I was going to choose one of her more well-known songs, but I went for Oh to Be in Love, which is one of the later tracks on her Kick Inside album, her debut album. For me, this really reminds me of sort of teenager love, your first love, and old friends, and sort of thinking that you'll be with the same person forever, which probably a lot of us have felt like that at one point in our lives. Also, though, that sort of teenage feeling of not being able to see further than your own face, your own little area, your own community of friends. So yeah, it's just for me about the joy of sort of young adult innocence. My fifth tune is the Andrews Sisters and Rum and Coca-Cola. I've recently got into swing music, boogie woogie music, and the Andrews Sisters from that. Obviously the harmonies, oh god, they're just so exact and so accurate, and this is my favourite recording of theirs. There were a few that I was mulling over picking, but I decided on this one. It fits really well with Desert Island. In the track they talk about Trinidad. I probably won't be able to find any rum on my island, but I might be able to cut in half a coconut shell and pretend that I'm drinking some rum out of it or something. So that's all good. The arrangement of this is great, this song. It's got really raspy sort of trumpets in. The words are great. Patty Andrews' solos are just, it's just such a risque, sort of naughty, flirtatious song, and I just really love the vibe of it. My sixth track is by Lorde. I love this girl. I think she's a genius. I think her music is brilliant. The song is Perfect Places, and it is from her Melodrama album. If I could have brought the whole album with me, I would have, but unfortunately I can't. Although she's only released 2 albums, I'm really excited to see what she does next after all this lockdowns ended and she can actually record some music again. This song's great, this particular song, because it sort of charts. It has charted all of her songs really, but this particular song has sort of followed me through my younger years, the silly things I used to get up to, and has followed me into sort of more responsible adulthood. I certainly always feel something when I listen to this song, whether it reminds me of good times, bad times, mediocre times. So yeah, it just brings back memories, this track, that I would be happy thinking about on my island. My 7th track is by John Hardy. It's Poets' Day, and John is a local singer, songwriter, and I've played with him and sang with him a number of times at local gigs. We actually met in the pub that I worked in a few years back, the Johnson Arms, and yeah, I play with him less often than I would like now, but hopefully after this lockdown's finished we can get back together and make some more music together. But yeah, this particular song, Poets' Day, there's loads of songs of his that I could have chosen, but I chose this one because I think it was actually the first one that we learnt together, that I learnt properly of his. The chorus sort of encapsulates the song, and it goes, "You are the shooting stars, the aeroplanes, the trains, the cars, the young men singing in the pubs, the old man's smile of remembered love, the ocean bed, the mountain top, the village green, the corner shop. You are all the words I say, you are my Poets' Day." So yeah, John's a really good storyteller through his songs. And this one in particular is about love. It's about being away from the people that you love, and reminiscing on your time with them, and longing to be back in their arms. And I suppose that's what I'll be doing on my desert island. Yeah, so my last song, it's quite a short and sweet description of it. It's Fleetwood Mac and Little Lies. I love Stevie Nicks. I think this song is a classic of Fleetwood Mac. I think it's one of their best. I actually only really properly discovered it once again through my pub, the Johnson Arms. We used to have a jukebox in there, like an old style sort of jukebox, and this song kept coming on, and I thought, well, I asked somebody, I was like, what is this, who is this? And they said, oh, it's Fleetwood Mac. I said, oh, okay. So pretty much all I used to ever put on that jukebox from then on was Everywhere by Fleetwood Mac and Little Lies by Fleetwood Mac, and I think people started to get a bit peeved with it in the end, but I enjoyed it. So yeah, those are my 8 tracks. If you've got time in lockdown, it'd be great to hear what yours are too. So upload them to YouTube, share them, and also check out John Hardy, check out some of his music. Thanks guys, bye!